go wrong?
You can hardly go wrong.
Now, you just roll out on your granite counter like this?
I do.
I'm just going to start to roll this, and then I'm going to put half of it back in the fridge. And I thought we'd make half just traditional croissants, and then I thought we'd make half chocolate rolls.
Those are the best.
Everybody
oh
loves
my God,
the
they're
chocolate
so
rolls.
good.
Yeah.
So we'll do
They're
half and
delicious.
half. Now I'm gonna kind of widen this a little bit so I can cut it in half.
And no squishing. See?
It's all no,
But you
and
do
it's,
the little rolling, right? And it's
yeah,
all
I
kind of
still
under
do
the-
this.
It's the technique.
Yeah.
really.
Yeah,
I
I
did think
still
it is.
do this bit, you know, this rocking. Okay, now let's cut this in half. And we'll just work with half of it at a time. I'm going to put this back.
I think what would bother me if I go to all this work and it doesn't come out.
Now I want to
You know
show
what?
you
If
this
it still comes
dough.
out, it's delicious, but it just doesn't look as pretty. I mean,
See, it's quite
but it tastes. How does this
sticky.
Just blindfold somebody that way.
Yeah. Here, eat my croissant. Just put this blindfold on first. You don't have to look at it.
So, but don't
It's going
be
to taste good.
don't be alarmed that it's sticky.
Yeah.
You saw how it was when we shaped it.
Right.
So when we put the butter in, it's going to be even softer.
And more sticky?
Because you're going to add the butter to it. So I'm just going to put, I'm just going to break this in. I'm just going to put this in all at once, which probably isn't the, at home you could maybe put one, but I want to get on that. At home you could probably put one stick in and then the other one. But it'll only work in gradually anyway.
Wow, it's very rich.
Take double. on
One
your
time I
cholesterol.
had this restaurant
special
is
treat.
so is as far distant in the past as the Watergate incident itself, but there was at one time this very prestigious restaurant in the Watergate Hotel in Washington D.C. And I had an opportunity to go and spend a couple 10 days or so in the kitchen there one summer. And I had a good friend in Washington D.C. that I stayed with, and so every morning I'd get down to this kitchen was in the dregs of the, it was horrible. It was the most horrible place in this basement. And the chef was supposed to be very famous, but unfortunately the chef was never there. In 2 weeks I saw him twice walk through the kitchen. It was a real lesson to me about celebrity chefs.
Yeah.
He was out promoting things. But one of the signature items in this restaurant was their brioche, and they used it as a base for things like with the foie gras and whatever, and so they were always making brioche, and they had this big mixer in the hallway, and it was just like going all the time. The main thing was to just give it a long, slow kneading, and you'll see how it really transforms.
Now, when you say a long, slow meeting, 20 minutes?
Well, no, usually 10 minutes is okay. Usually 10 minutes is okay. But I mean, I think they did their big batches for like 45 minutes. I mean, they were sitting on there for a long. I never do it that long. So here's our nice piece of dough. Oh, it's really looking great. Now I'm going to just turn it around.
Now, John, do you cook today? You dip a little bit. No, it's good. You do another. Sometimes my gift is just for pushing.
Oh, yeah. I am like that. I do appreciate you, Julie.
So here we have, you know, that's a good thickness. It's a little less than a 1/4 inch. But I mean, it really wouldn't have to be a specific thickness. It's just to get the shape going. Now I want to cut some triangles.
Do you cut on your granite?
I do. These already look good. Oh my God. I made these skinny little
kinds of croissants are made in France. I mean, basically the same.
Basically, they're all a laminated dough like this.
Laminated.
But people put, you know, different things in them. You know,
Almond paste.
almond
I just
paste.
ask 'cause I just got some when I was there last year, and they were real heavy. I mean, much heavier than usual.
Oh.
And I
Do you
was
think
real
they were
disappointed.
they a whole grain? Were they trying to make them healthy or
I
something?
don't think so. They're just, you know, 'cause they're so light for some reason.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
that's
should be.
These ones.
Now here, let's get a baking
That's okay.
sheet.
I wonder if the overall quality has gone down, maybe as they've, you know,
Mass produced them.
mass produced them more.
I hope not.
Well, I haven't been in France for ages, so but a lot of people, even here, you know, some of these artisan bakers, just you want to pull them out a little bit at the edge here, so you have a little more to work with. And again, just start rolling.
So you start saying artisan bakeries here.
Yeah, well, are doing lots of beautiful croissants and things. And there's a book, and so there's your, and if you want, you know, to have that shape. The one thing is this little tab, be sure that it's underneath, or they'll unroll when they bake. There's a great book that's in the library right now from the Tartan Bakery in San Francisco. He does everything with a pre-ferment. Everything's made with basically the sourdough, you know. But he does add some extra yeast for the croissant and brioche, but still it starts with the sourdough. But I made his croissants, and they were quite beautiful, but they were too bready. You know, they were too bready. They weren't flaky enough.
It's always disappointing.
Yeah, that's really... So I hope that these turn out to meet your expectations.
Well, you can already kind of tell
And
that
now
they're
these
well
are
distributed based on the
huge. These are-
dough. You
yeah.
know, because I think what John's saying is the ones that are, yeah,